Hi, you guys. It's been a few days since I last talked to you, and I have been busy getting my studio ready. I have painted. It took me all weekend. At one point, I didn't even know I didn't even feel like I could walk. But let me get all into this. As you guys know, I'm thinking about going back to work part time. And I said, well, let me get my office studio together so I can at least feel more organized and have a beautiful place to come to where I want to make a video. I can come in here and baby, I'll show you guys. She loves it. She's so happy that I'm in here. I think she likes the color of the room. I want you guys to tell me, what do you think? Do you like this color? I'm going to show you all the work I put into this room. And it was a labor of love for me. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll show you what all I got done. This room, before I decided to just make it my studio, my office, it was like a catch-all room. I would put anything and everything in here that I didn't want in the other room. So it became the kitty room in a sense. Bebe stayed in here and she seemed to enjoy it. But it needed some work done, and I think it was time for me to get it done. I had been putting this off for the longest. And I finally bought some primer so I could prime the walls because they had a lot of different dings and dents in them. So I primed the walls and I did the drywall and I did spackling to cover up nail holes and stuff. And yeah, Bebe was in there with me the whole time. As a matter of fact, she got some paint on her ear because she wanted to just walk around and be all up in my business. So it took about 2 hours for the primer to dry. And once it dried, I got into the color that I was going to paint the room. And it's called Blue for George. And it's a beautiful color. I think it's like a dark gray and a blue together or something. But I loved it. And I said I wanted to paint this room dark. And this color really, really caught my attention. So I got started with that. So now I have a primer on and now I'm painting the blue. I have not put the painter's tape on really anything yet. I was just getting my baseline together as far as what I needed to cover. And the closet, I have an idea I want to do with the closet, so I didn't paint that. I said I'm not painting something that I don't need to paint. So during the time I did use the painter's tape, my fingers locked up on me. And it was very painful. I could not undo them. They just stuck like that. And so I guess I had frozen fingers. I don't know. But I was working so hard. I was sweating. And I was getting tired. But I knew I wanted to finish it. And I was trying. So I stretched my hands out, balled them up, and it went right back to that. So I had to wait a little while. Contacted my son, my older son, and he thought, was I dehydrated? I said no. So anyway, after all that, my fingers got better and I was able to continue. So then I started looking at detail and getting more into the touch up and the detail of what needed to have very detailed and concentration on the corners and up under the shelf. And so this part was a little more precise where I really had to get into what I was doing. And the thing about it, when you're painting with a dark color, you have to make sure you use two coats because when you're painting, the lines start showing. And if you don't put two coats on, it'll really look bad. So I am just really, really pleased at how this turned out. And I love the color. I'm laughing because baby is right here beside me. But I love the color, and I really, really like how the color makes this room feel and look. And I have not painted in years. I mean, it's probably been over 20 years that I painted. And here I am trying to paint this all by myself. And I did it, but it was so tiring. And at one point, I just felt like I was going to collapse. But I took the whole weekend. I did Friday, I cleaned up the room, got it organized. Saturday, I really got into the detail of the primer and the paint. And Sunday, I finished up and touched up any spots that needed to be done. But this was definitely a workout for me, something I was not used to. And this was Sunday for the second coat. And see, I put all the painter's tape up and everything. But see how it looks when you don't put a second coat on it. It looks really, chopped up. But I got my second coat on, and it was really a tiring experience for me. And so it let me know that my body does not operate the way it used to. I could paint all day. Now this took me 2 days to do, and it took me almost 2 days to recover. Today's Tuesday, so I don't feel as bad as I was feeling, but my back was burning, my legs were burning, and it just felt like somebody had beat me up. My arm was sore, and I'll be 65 in May, and I know that's no excuse, but oh my gosh, I hadn't been used to this type of stuff. So anyway, it got me to thinking about work, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have to find a job where there's nothing strenuous about it. If I can talk or if I can answer phones, that would be something that would work for me. I don't need to be doing anything that's too much where I have to recuperate. It takes me a while to recover from strenuous work. And as you guys saw, my finger locked up. And so that's just letting me know that my body is not cut out for the labor world anymore. I can do things at my own pace, but to actually go out somewhere and try and work for a full 8 hours, I don't think that's going to work for me. I really don't. I think I can do a few hours at a time or something, but I may look for some remote work from home because I have to have that flexibility of, stopping when I get too tired. Here I was sitting on a chair because I got tired, that bending and all that rolling. I had to sit in the chair to kind of recover because that bending down towards the floor part was really, really difficult. Reaching up was much better, but trying to reach down there, oh my gosh, that's what really, really got me more than anything. But I was extremely pleased. And I think what kept me going was the fact I was doing it. I had made I was making progress, and that's what kept me going with this project, was the fact that I was doing this all by myself, no help from anyone. I was the only one here other than Bebe, and as you saw, she got her ear all up in there, but she didn't come in when I did the blue, even though she did watch. I should have got a video of that. When I first put the blue on the wall, she looked like, what is that? She was staring at that blue as the wall was getting covered, and it was the funniest thing. She noticed that the walls were turning colors. But I think she really likes it. I know I do, and I think it turned out beautifully. And if I paint again, I think I'm going to look for somebody to help me because I can't believe... You know what? It's a pride thing. I think I'm taking so much pride in this because I did do it myself. And, I'm I'm in my 60s, and to know that I can paint a full room again, it kind of made me feel good. So I got other projects that I want to do, and I'm going to get working on those because I love my home, and I want it to be a place where I can feel comfortable. And I want to have my own little studio where I can come and film whenever I get ready. And this room is real quiet. I don't know, it may have an echo. It just it's a quiet room, and it's just like the perfect place. The lighting is wonderful in here. And the color, I just love this blue. It just, whew. And I haven't put up my decorations yet. I have things I want to put on the wall. Look at there. That's finished, and it looks beautiful. But I do have things that I want to put on the walls. Look at my curtains. I love those. And I still haven't decorated the way I want to decorate, but it's coming along. And once I get it the way I want it to look, you guys, you'll be watching it because I'll be in here filming a lot of days. And baby, she just sits here, and I put that film just down enough where she can still look over it to see her birds and the trees and stuff. But people can't just look in here because the window is open. But she loves her little spot in here. And I've got my office, my desk, and all the things that I need in here. But, you know, it's not perfect, but it's perfect for me. And I really do like what I did. And I'm very happy with the way it turned out. So I hope you guys like this. And I'll be doing videos in here so you guys will get to see what changes I make and things like that. And there you have it. So what do you guys think? You like my new studio? Take care. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.